What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Tosh. Today we're going to be talking about Kevin Durant's injury. Let's get straight into it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and down below. If you have one, subscribe if you're new. Check me out on Twitter. If you have any specific questions, whatever, hit me up. I want to talk to you guys about basketball. If you guys, I'll talk to you about anything on Twitter. Hit me up. Gaming channel links in the description as always. And yeah, without further ado, let's go. So obviously, if you were alive yesterday and you were an NBA fan, you know that Kevin Durant, star small forward of the Golden State Warriors, I believe, what did they say? He sprained his MCL or something like that, and he's going to be out at least 4 weeks. He will be reevaluated in 4 weeks, but likely will not have to miss playoff time, which the Warriors are very fortunate considering that, when this injury went down, assumptions were straight to the worst. I mean, people really thought that Kevin Durant's season was over, including the postseason. There were thoughts that, he could be out months, not weeks. But luckily, he's not. Okay, luckily he's going to be back probably for the postseason, which shouldn't be too big of a deal for Warriors. And I'm going to be talking about why this isn't going to be a big deal at all for the Warriors as long as nothing goes wrong with the surgery. Because obviously, if something happens, if they realize that this is more than they thought it was, like Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid's out for the season because of a misevaluation. They thought he was going to be coming back soon, in a few days actually, but he's not going to be. He's going to be out for the season, which is also another sad thing that I'm not really gonna talk about much, because we're talking about Kevin Durant, who right now is a lot more significant than Joel Embiid, and that's because he's on the Golden State Warriors, probably the title favorite for most people this year in the finals. So, guys, Kevin Durant, I'm saying this, if he's out 4 weeks and he comes back before the playoffs, there is absolutely nothing to be afraid of, and it's really good news. Now, if you pay attention to this channel, you should know that I don't like Kevin Durant, like, at all. I hate Kevin Durant, but it doesn't go any farther than basketball. Like some fans, like Oprah Siverson, this dude was literally laughing at Kevin Durant's injury. Now, I'm subscribed to Oprah Siverson, but I'm gonna call him out, because why would you ever laugh at it? It's like his hatred for Kevin Durant. It shouldn't go beyond basketball. I don't want Kevin Durant to win a ring, but that has nothing to do with, I don't want the guy to tear his ACL or some terrible shit to happen like that. That's horrible. Obviously, again, I really don't like him, and I don't like the Warriors, but God forbid, I would never wish something like this upon someone. You don't want to see this happen to people. It sucks. It sucks, and it doesn't go beyond basketball. In the realm of basketball, no, I don't want him to win anything, but I don't want him to tear, that's like wishing pain on someone. I don't know Kevin Durant. I'm sure he's a nice. Anyway, we're off topic. Anyway, what I was gonna talk about before was this team's not gonna struggle at all. I don't think. They have no reason to lose the 1 seed. They have no reason to be afraid because of this injury. This injury is not a setback in the least. Some Cavs fans like Oprah Siverson are going crazy. All right, maybe I should just call it Cavs fans. People that don't like the Warriors. Maybe you're a Spurs fan. Maybe you're, a fan of somebody in the Western Conference or something like that. You're like, oh, Kevin Durant's injured. This is our chance. Not really, okay? This team's not going to lose the 1st seed, and I'm going to explain why. They've got such a repeatable formula for winning games, along with the fact that they have 3 All-Stars on their team. And guys, don't you remember the reason why Kevin Durant joined this team? It was because they were the best team in basketball, record-wise. He wasn't going to join up with LeBron. But that I don't know what I don't know. That would have been too much, okay? I mean, the Warriors would still be really good, but the Warriors already are really good without Kevin Durant. He's not as essential as people think. Yes, he's a great player, having a great season for the team, but this team could definitely survive without him. They have a 2-time MVP running the point guard. They got 2 other All-Stars, arguably the best defensive big man in the league in Draymond Green, one of the most versatile players in the NBA in Draymond Green. And then you got Klay Thompson, who's a straight shooter who can defend, your opponent's best guard player. The Warriors have a ton of weapons, and their bench, while they might have lost a ton of players, they've still got their bench filled out with good players. Sean Livingston stays as an underrated player. Andre Iguodala, he's been better at that three-point shot, and he can play very good defense. David West is a really good passing big man, and he helps stabilize that second unit. JaVale McGee is underrated as well. They got a ton of guys, and they even play guys like Ian Clark and Patrick McCaw, who a lot of people don't even know, especially Patrick McCaw, but that's a rookie who, I think you guys are going to get to know him very soon. He's probably not going to be on the Warriors in a few years, because I think he's going to get pretty good, and so good that he's going to get offered bigger contracts, and he might get starters money, because he's not going to start in the Golden State Warriors, that's for sure, and the Warriors aren't sure as hell not going to get rid of Stephen Clay. But anyway, that's a different subject. The Golden State Warriors have more than enough firepower to finish this season off with, I would say, like a 69 and 13 record. They could win 19 out of their 22 games, I think, at the max. I think they'll lose a few games for sure. They might miss Kevin Durant. They might lose 5 or 6 games. But that will put them at a record of like 67 and 15, or maybe 66 and 16 at the very worst. I don't think they lose less than 66 games. That would be unheard of. And if they do lose less than 66 games, or around 66 games, then there is a chance that the San Antonio Spurs could chase them and get that 1 seed. I don't think it's going to happen, just because the Spurs, I'm not going to rely on the regular season Spurs to get a huge winning streak to take that 1 seed. And I'm not going to rely on the Warriors, who have a ton of talent. This team without Kevin Durant is still likely going to be in the NBA Finals, maybe. They're probably going to hit the Western Conference Finals if they didn't have Kevin Durant. Like, we know how good this team is. They're still a 60-win team without KD, to me. But he assuming he's back for the playoffs, there shouldn't be too much of a problem. The Warriors, like I said, these guys are so well coached. They know exactly what their roles are, and we all know that Steph is gonna, he's gonna turn it up a notch now that KD's out. He's gonna have to carry the load, and we know he can do that. He's done that throughout his career. He's had to ease off a huge workload this year just because of Kevin Durant's entrance to the team. So for me, it's like these guys can just maintain. They can. It's not a problem. The Kevin Durant injury, again, it looks like a big deal. The guy, you hope he's okay, and I think he will be. I think that he's okay. I think he's fine. But this team is so well built that it doesn't really matter that much. And that's not discrediting Kevin Durant. That's just saying the supporting cast is so good. Again, like why do you think Kevin Durant joined this team? Because he wants a ring. And they're his best option to join. They're his best option to get a ring. That was the number one team he could join to get a ring. And, it looks like they are well on their way to that. They will have some tough opponents in the way trying to stop them from doing that. But I think to the general public, the Golden State Warriors are the NBA Finals NBA finalists, like champion favorites. Like everyone thinks they're going to take the dub. Everyone thinks they're going to be NBA champs. Or the majority of people, I should say. I'm still undecided. As soon as the regular season ends, I'll give you my prediction, though, because I'm going to make a prediction video of the whole playoff bracket, who I have winning each series, right when the regular season ends, and that's going to be the video where I release my NBA Finals, NBA Finals champion, NBA champion. I don't know. Anyway, I actually did, earlier this season, if you asked me who I thought was going to win the championship, I said Cleveland. But then, Cleveland started to fall off a little bit. And I think at times I would say San Antonio. And then at times I was thinking Golden State. But for me, it's like it has to be one of those three teams. Cleveland, Golden State, or Spurs are the three teams that I think, can win the NBA Finals. The Washington Wizards are the dark horse. Like, they have the potential, but I just don't think they will. But no one else to me is a contender. Maybe a healthy LA Clippers team. Maybe. But can the Clippers? The Clippers can never beat the Warriors. Why would you have any hope that the Clippers could beat the Warriors in a playoff series? I honestly couldn't. Because, the Steph Curry just shits on the Clippers but it is the playoffs. I don't know. The Clippers aren't they're in the second round. You think the Clippers are going to get past the second round for the first time ever against the Warriors? People would make fun of the Warriors forever if that happened. Screw the 3-1. If they lose to the Clippers in the second round, or anyone in the second round. If they lose to the Grizzlies, Grizzlies, they probably won't even play until, Grizzlies probably won't make it far enough to play them. Anyway, But I think the Golden State, like, this is off topic. We're talking about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's probably going to be back by then. If he's not back by then, do I think they could win the NBA Finals? No, I don't think they'll win it. I think they'll get there, though. Maybe. They'll get the Western Conference. Oh, it's so hard. These teams are all so good. You never know what could happen. I'm out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and idea down below for the next video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.